Welcome to Colorado Springs as we get set for kickoff here at Winder Field. It is the Switchbacks playing host to El Paso. Michael Watring, Ricky Lopez-Espin, and our entire crew. May the 4th be with you here tonight. It is a great night for action. Two teams that started off slowly, trying to get back on the right track here this evening. And for this Colorado Springs Switchbacks team, they've struggled to score goals, but found the net twice in their first win of the year.
And you know they're going to be confident coming into this game, Michael, because they got their first win, and you saw the quality of goals. First it's Tejada, and then it's Rocha. But you look at this Switchback side, it's from wide areas, trailing runs in the center of the field. You know James Chambers is going to have his side motivated to get another win here at home.
Armadillo Keg 1. Player to watch tonight is Juan Tejada. He scored in the 71st minute to break that scoring open last week. He's critical for this team.
And he can play central. He can play in wide areas. He can beat you 1v1. He can beat you through combination play. If you are Colorado Springs, what does the reaction look like for Juan Tejada, and how quickly can he get in a rhythm? Because you know he's going to be a game changer here tonight at home.
For El Paso, goals have been at a premium. They drew 2 matches ago, and what a strike this one was from midfield.
Navarez, a player that Brian Clarehouse said he's too good for this league. His passing range, his technical ability. But you look at this Tampa Bay Rowdy side, the ability to get on the end of things. Manuel Arteaga, fantastic goal in. I do think for El Paso, you can take positive away from this because Al Lang is not an easy place to pick up a point.
Locomotive have only scored 6 goals this year. 3 have come from Amando Moreno.
And he's a special player. The spaces that he picks up between lines, he can play off Dylan. He's going to be the one that wants to link that midfield line to that back line. And much like Tejada, he can beat you through combination play. But Amando Moreno, he's a clinical finisher. If you get him high up the field, it's going to be a really good day for El Paso Locomotive.
Tonight's match is presented by Common Spirit, and we're just about ready for kickoff. El Paso, the last remaining winless team in the league, but they've never lost here in Colorado Springs. Do the Switchbacks win a second in a row and change that tale? Or does El Paso get its first win? We answer that question when we come back.
For over 30 years, KOAA News 5 has consistently been honored for their excellence in journalism.
We'll have an exclusive in-depth interview with Rizzo.
Always dedicated to providing you with the information you need. From weather,
to bring some snow showers to the mountains,
the news that's happening now, and always standing up for our community. And for the 4th straight year, KOAA News 5 has been voted the Colorado Broadcasters Association's Station of the Year.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
This month's winners are Kevin and Mitzi Howard. Kevin and Mitzi run a non-profit out of their home called Pueblo United.
Kevin's my go-to guy for everything.
Pueblo United offers everything from food and care packages to haircuts and furniture.
I'm able to do what I do now and see exactly what's needed to help the people that went through what I went through.
Kevin and Mitzi Howard, we are so proud to present to you the News 5 Jefferson Award. Congratulations.
Kevin and Mitzi, thank you for multiplying good.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
Today's player walkout is sponsored by Children's Hospital Colorado. And Colorado Springs, unbeaten in their last 2, try to make it a 3rd consecutive here tonight. And this is how the group will line up here this evening, presented by Phil Law.
3-4-3 is the way that James Chambers wants to set up. It all comes down to Foster, Tejada, and Damas. What does that relationship look like? The front two, they're going to run in behind and really challenge this back line of El Paso Locomotive, Rocha and Williams. Look for them to dictate tempo, move the ball from left to right. And the #1 challenge for this back line, Lacroix, Mahoney, and Santos, is to keep everything in front of them and stay compact, because this side has conceded 10 goals thus far in this season. You need to get a clean sheet here at home.
El Paso has been shut out in 4 of the first 8 matches this year. That's the most in the league. This starting 11 needs to start clicking.
And you look at the first 10 to 15 minutes for Brian Clairhart and El Paso Locomotive, because there is talent on this field. Stauffer and Lyons, they're going to provide the work rate on both sides of the ball. Rivas, Rose, and Calvillo. Look for them to get the ball to the higher players. Dylan, he's going to say hi. He's going to occupy the center backs, and it's Moreno to fill in the gaps, whether it's underneath or running in behind. First 10 minutes for El Paso Locomotive. How quickly can they get in a rhythm?
Fascinating matchup tonight. Entering this season, you expected both of these teams to be in the hunt right from the jump. The names on the back of the jerseys would indicate the talent level on these two sides. But a slipshod start to the season has met both sides at the bottom of the Western Conference table. And here we go tonight from Winder Field. Colorado Springs Switchbacks and El Paso Locomotive for the 16th time. With Ricky Lopez-Espin, Michael Watching, our entire crew, inviting you to come hang out with us here tonight. El Paso has dominated this series overall. Switchbacks have only won twice, and it took them until the 13th meeting for them to get off the board in this clash between these two clubs. And Ricky, we talked about it at the outset. The 2 lowest scoring teams in the league are right here today. Does that mean that these two sides are going to play defensively? Does that mean we're going to get a bunch of goals today? We don't know, but for both sides, the sense of urgency there.
I do think that's the main point. It's the urgency. It's the need to pick up points and pick up points quickly. You're looking at both of these sides. Last game, El Paso Locomotive, they lose against Tulsa at home. So you know Brian Clairhart, he's going to want to get to his boys. As they sit into a mid to low block, it's going to invite the Switchbacks to get on the ball a little bit more and play this game on their terms, especially after the win at Oakland. Like I said earlier, this team is going to be full of confidence.
There's a long ball sent into space. Damas is offside. One of the many players whose individual resume showcases goal-scoring talent. But this year, it just has not clicked. Switchbacks have only scored 4 times all year long. That's the fewest in the league. They've only scored in the first half 1 time this season. Direct balls, and this will be picked up by Jamali Waite. What a difference a year makes for him. A breakout season, not just for Pittsburgh Riverhounds, but as well internationally, getting the opportunity with Jamaica last season. And right now, he and Christian Herrera are going back and forth with long balls. Springs in the dark jerseys, the white for El Paso. 6 losses, 2 draws for the Locomotive. A win, 5 losses, 1 draw for Colorado Springs. That pass intercepted. Now funneling this one through the middle. A lot of long passes right now, not really playing in the short game. On the sideline. Poked by Zandy. Santos. Williams gets it back. Steps on the ball and loses possession. Now here's Rivas. Former Miami man. That ball slides underneath the leg of one. Dylan will track it down.
A little bit of a tactical change for El Paso Locomotive. They start in a 3-back system. When in possession, you're going to see Bolo Akinyote step up into that middle third.
He's had it for a moment, and a foul is whistled. And this is a dangerous location for this free kick coming up as Duke Lacroix gets called for the foul.
It's a good idea from Lions just to bypass that initial pressure. And then it's a 50-50 ball for Rivas. Lacroix just mistimes his challenge and catches all of Joaquin Rivas. And now it's a really good opportunity for the visitors here within the first 5 minutes to ask questions of Herrera.
Feels like every time that there's a attacking free kick around the box, it's about 20 different players that have to get over there to have their say in where the ball should be placed.
And not once have I seen a referee ever overturn it or move the ball where they think it should be.
Our official tonight, Luis Arroyo, walks off the space, sets the line. And now Rivas. And here, Calvillo debate their choices here. Calvillo around the corner, but off the side netting and out. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report. Between these two clubs here tonight, none for Colorado Springs, a couple for El Paso that are out right now, including one of their senior statesmen, and Mostojevic. It's a great crowd here tonight. It's a really good atmosphere. Tough to find something better to do in Colorado Springs on a Saturday night. Moreno has it taken off of his feet. No foul this time around. And now a long sprint. Thomas wants it in the middle. Foster eventually runs out of space. Santos recovers. Let's switch a field here. Through the middle it goes, and just over Zandy's leg and out.
Just the pace that this game has been playing at, 100 miles an hour for both sides. Look at the profile for Colorado Springs Switchbacks with Foster, with Thomas. The ability to make this thing direct in their movement. So what's the positioning look like for El Paso Locomotive when the ball's turned over? So additional moments are going to be really key in this match here tonight.
You can see it already. Opening up and running into space with some of these passes, and an interception here. Dylan retreats, tight ropes the chalk and swings it back. El Paso this season, each of their 6 losses have been by just 1 goal. They've been in every single match. It's been tight, and similar to Switchbacks, every game's been decided by 2 goals or less. 2 losses by 1 out of their 5. How fickle this sport can be at times.
Going back to what I was talking about, as Bolu Akinyode, now we've seen Brian Clairhout deploy him as a center back, but he's popping into the middle of the field, partnering with Liam Rose. So now you have a double pivot. I don't think it'll be any coincidence that you start to see Calvillo getting higher up the field, looking to combine with Dylan Moreno in the final third.
Throws. And again, unable to hold on to possession. Neither side in that moment, but it is played forward here. Dylan waits for runners. Lays it off wide left. Moreno was in the middle. Stauffer gliding, stopping. Former Creighton Blue Jay throws it to the middle. William Rose, wide right. And now this cross goes into the box. Mahoney clears. He's certainly open. He's unable to hold on to it. Each of these sides coming into this season, high expectations, and being at this point right now in May, how difficult is it to get out of that slump when you're in it? And it's even more highlighted when it starts the season.
I do think you'd see expectations coming in It was really difficult to see any side have a better offseason than El Paso Locomotive, the talent that they brought in. But yet, with the amount of home games, you thought they were going to get those points early and often, and really climb up this Western Conference, but that hasn't been the case. It's been frustration. But yet, like you said, Michael, they've been in every single game. They've lost a lot of games by 1 goal, so that tells you it's defined margins. How clinical can you be in both boxes? And yet you're facing a team who's coming off their only win on the season. So for both sides, it's a really good opportunity to really kickstart their season with this match tonight.
The Paso side that was unbeaten in the first 12 matches against Colorado Springs. The Switchbacks have won 2 of the last 3 meetings. Colorado Springs lost 5 straight to begin this season. Also lost 5 straight last year in the middle of the year. What matters, they would go to the postseason. They were shut out in 4 of those 5 matches during that swing. But a draw and a win in their last 2, 4 total points. One of these 2 teams is going to walk away from this match perhaps with a great deal of confidence. And if it is the Switchbacks, it perhaps could kickstart some kind of hot string that we expected from this group to begin the year. Stauffer thought he kept it in play, did not. 10 minutes gone by in this one. Switchbacks and El Paso Locomotive without a goal so far here in this contest. Michael Watring, Ricky Lopez, Espin, and our entire crew. Great to have you on board. Thomas gets fouled. Now, an additional conversation with Tony Alfaro. This injury stoppage brought to you by Common Spirit Health.
It's going to be a nice little battle between Damas and the 2 center backs for El Paso Locomotive. Damas is a player that likes to be mobile, make those darting runs through the channel. And sometimes, as they're under a lot of pressure to start this game, his hold-up play is going to be very important at relieving some of that pressure.
Damas, a unique tale. Began in this country, went over to Sweden, where he linked up with the El Paso leader, Claire Hout. Spent 6 seasons managing clubs over in Sweden. And now Damas back here in the U.S. after he won the championship with Orange County back in 2021. Was the Cup final MVP in that match, scoring a brace. Yodi, Stauffer. Another direct pass here. Waite comes out, uses his head. Here's a dangerous moment, and Damas commits the foul. Otherwise, there is a gaping goal mouth.
Really courageous decision here from Waite. As Santos elects to play direct, it's the left leg from Damas that catches the midsection. I don't think there's any ill will there, just mistimes it. Only Waite just beats the striker to the ball. Well, those are the types of runs that you come to expect from Ronaldo Damas off the shoulder of Dolenmeyer and Alfaro.
Damas still just 24 years of age. He's going to be shown a yellow card here. And very frustrated by that. I don't think that he even knew that Waite was out.
I think there's an argument to be had if you're Damas. In my opinion, it's soft for the striker and not what you want if you are James Chamber. 13 minutes in, needs to be very disciplined in his positioning and the challenges that he goes into.
This caution sponsored by Diversus Health, mental health, and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. Santos. Foster retreats. In his professional career in Jamaica. Transferring over here to the United States in 2019. Back on the ball, Foster. pressure from El Paso, bearing Colorado Springs. Now Speedy Williams hands it off. Santos tosses it to midfield just to try to get rid of some of that pressure. And now Damas is fouled by Alfaro, the 30-year-old Mexican.
Almost a carbon copy of what we saw moments ago. The hold-up play from Damas. Again, a little bit soft as Damas makes the most of it. And now as a player, you have to be aware of how tightly contested this game is being called. You feel any sort of contact, especially in around that 18-yard box, you go down, you put some pressure on the referee.
Only one shot so far in the game. It came in the 5th minute off of a free kick from Calvillo. Colorado Springs this year, second fewest shots on target in the league, only 18 through the first 7. Here's Moreno. Moreno looking to turn the corner. Able to get that ball in, was hoping for a near post run. Instead, Switchbacks, what a run. Rocha. This was making a sprint between the lines, but any thoughts of a quick counter have gone by the wayside. Direct pass this time. Damas. Good initial touch. Swings it back, Sandy. It's Tejada. Wants to throw this ball into the 18. This takes a bounce. Wait. Is out of play, and it goes for a corner kick on that far sideline. This corner kick brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. Bank well, be well, cheer loud.
It's the best passage of play that we've seen from the Switchbacks. You play direct into Damas, and then it's the off-the-ball movement from Zandy underneath him. The patience, the decision-making. Result of that, 17 minutes in, you get your first corner and putting a little bit of pressure on this back line of El Paso Locomotive and Jamali Waite.
Rocha, 22 years of age, coming over from Loudon, ready to swing this ball in. Rocha boomerangs it, back post, retreating. Mahoney swings it back, and this volley attempt bounces. Nothing but white jersey. Mahoney wants another crack at it. This time, hits it with his foot. Real back to where this whole sequence started. On that left side, Foster, no look pass, Rocha turns. Williams skies it over everybody. But a moment of confidence perhaps building there from the Switchbacks to get the corner and maintain possession off the second ball.
And it's the first time that we've seen them really have a little bit of possession higher up the field and get numbers in around that 18-yard box. I want to get Rocha and Speedy Williams on the ball a little bit more if you are James Chambers, and have the ball circulation, really challenging the shape of El Paso Locomotive. So look at that middle three with Zandu as the number 10. They do have talent. They can break you down.
Dillon flings it out wide. Stauffer swings this ball in. Sprint along this near sideline. Foster eludes Stauffer. Good slide tackle from Alfaro. We sit in the 20th minute. Each side with just one shot so far. Goals have been at a premium all season long. The two sides have combined for 10 goals all year. The two lowest scoring teams in the league. Michael Watching, Ricky Lopez Espin, and our crew guiding you through this one here on a Saturday evening.
Look at the way that El Paso Locomotive is pressing with 3 players high. If you can break this line just like that, there's so much real estate to operate in. Frank Fairhart needs to be a little bit more compact in his structure.
A quick restart. She was giving chase. Tejada's passed too much.
Maybe be a little bit more comfortable for the Locomotive as Akinioti's playing right next to Rose, so that pops out Calvillo, who's the number, who's playing as a wide area, most likely as a center midfielder. So understanding the roles, when to press, how to press, needs to be a little bit better because Zach Zandy is such a clever player. He can play between lines and really unbalance the visitors here.
Another takeaway. Tejada's open on the left. Instead, it comes back to the right-hand side. Santos. Moreno retreats. Rides it through the middle. Rose pushes it forward. Calvillo splits 3 defenders with that pass. Cheeky from Rivas. Moreno wants the runner. Calvillo is making that charge. Lacroix intercepts. So the last team still hunting that first win of the season. Rhode Island and North Carolina each with 1 win. They draw tonight, 0-0. Colorado Springs with just 1 win. Speedy Williams pivots in a pocket. Looks like Colorado Springs has adapted a little bit with his passing. And here's Santos circling. Crushes this ball in. Damas brings it down. Damas shoots! Well, my. For just the second time this year, the Switchbacks have a first half goal, and it's Ronaldo Damas. Colorado Springs lead 1-0.
It's been this near side. It's a continuation of his run from Santos. As Foster requires so much attention, he pulls out a lot of players with him. And an outside back, what's the quality look like? Head up the whole way to that back post, but you have to give credit to Ronaldo Damas. The composure to bring this thing down. Fantastic first touch. And the technical ability to let this thing drop, put your laces through it. Low and hard gives you a chance. There's no chance for Jamali Waite. Second on the season, and more importantly, the Switchbacks take the lead here in the 23rd minute.
1-0 the advantage. Switchbacks goal presented by Century Casino, your hometown casino. Welcome to the winner's zone. Williams loves that ball. Tejada is offside. It's his second goal of the season for Damas. He's now scored for the second time in his last 3 matches. El Paso Locomotive winless in their last 14 when they concede the opening goal. It's a Colorado Springs team that has scored only 4 times this year. Entering the night, Last week, they got 2 in the final 20 minutes. It's a little bit earlier here tonight. And I was just talking about earlier, so much direct play, so many long bombs over the top. And it felt like they had fastened a grip on this game in the last 10 minutes, understanding the better opportunities they had to attack, and it was showcased on that goal.
And you look at the profile for the Switchback size, the players that they have, they like to be on the ball. They like to create triangles and create overload. But then that's only as good as the movement off the ball. With an outside back, you have to pick and choose your times when to advance yourself. It's a really well-worked goal for James Chambers, and well-deserved 1-0 lead here. We're talking about it once again. It's Santos, the right back, but watch how he moves. And Foster brings out the center back with him and the outside back. That leaves this hole for him to continue. And as Damas, he peels off as a number 9, creating your own space is so important. And then you have the composure and you have the quality. Watching the film back, James Chambers is going to be very pleased with the execution on this goal.
Colorado Springs. Perhaps the floodgates have opened since last week. As they build here in the counter. Newfound confidence for James Chambers' team. Foster goes in the middle of the park. Zakanyoti. Tejada is an overlapper. Doesn't use him. Tejada swings the leg. Easy that time from Waite, though.
Start to see the Switchbacks growing into this game, and it's all because of the spacing from the 2 wide players. It's Foster and it's Tejada. As they stay high and wide, you put pressure now on Lyons and Stauffer to make a decision. Do you stay compact with your center back, or do you go out and face them? And then you can play between the lines with Sandy, with Rocha, and Speedy Williams. Really playing this game on the terms for the home side.
Mahoney had his pocket picked, but ensures that it doesn't lead to a run out. In front of an excellent crowd here tonight. Early chance to celebrate after the Switchbacks team have been a late arriving crew all year long. Does El Paso respond now? To the right side on this direct pass. It's a volley of a shot. And Herrera had to get the left paw to it and concede the corner. Herrera moment of danger.
It's good movement, good execution from Rose right over the top. Lyons just tries to squeak it into that near post in the end. It's a really good save from Herrera.
This corner kick is brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. We are in your corner. The play was just getting ready to get kick-started. Switchbacks player goes down with some physicality. Herrera's in there, having some words of his own. Injury stoppage brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Looked like a shot to the jaw there from Rocha, or to Rocha rather. This ball winded up inside of the 18. Herrera bobbles, and that was dangerous. It is a foul. Herrera did not handle that moment all that well. Unfortunate that a foul was committed, as well as that ball going wide.
Set pieces are a really good way to claw yourself back into this game when you're not creating through the run of play. As Dallenmeyer continues his run, I do think the foul is on Moreno. A little drop of the shoulder, trying to shield Herrera to come off his line.
heel. Hard slide tackle, neither player able to win the ball initially.
So many times we've seen Locomotive elect to play direct. And if you play direct, watch out here.
Foster feeling it. Foster splitting the seams. Malik Foster into the box. He curls one off the left pipe. Nearly a majestic run there from Malik Foster. Not done yet, though. So steals possession. Moreno. Santos takes it away. But there is a foul. Moreno frustrated after Santos had picked his pocket.
As Foster beats his individual marker, he continues his run. But once again, it's a lack of rotation of coverage from Dollenmeyer. As Alfaro steps off his line, you have to have the ability to shift over. Does not miss by much. He has Jamali Waite beat. Just gets denied by that far post. Once again, it's Santos that just catches the back of the right leg for Moreno. But it's been very similar in how you concede the goal. If your left back steps, if your left center back steps, there needs to be rotation from the other two back line. And that's been lacking for El Paso Locomotive.
Vio punches at this ball, takes a ricochet, and it's a corner. And again for El Paso. Corner kick brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. We are in your corner. A third of the way home in this one. Michael Watrang, Ricky Lopez, Espen, and our crew. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Colorado Springs leads 1-0 thanks to Ronaldo Damas' second goal of the year in the 22nd minute. Locomotive's corner over everybody until it finds the legs of Liam Rose. Lines this one back into the box. And now Foster, who just had that great run, can poke this ball forward. Does he have the gas in the tank? Damas is there. Tejada continuing his sprint. He's the target of this pass. Tejada accelerates and will not catch up in time.
How explosive is Foster? Showing off the ability to be direct and to create that little bit of separation between him and opposing defenders. And the best player in a black jersey this far in 32 minutes in.
This ball forward. Moreno sprints. Mahoney gathers.
Once again, Michael, exactly what I was talking about. They're electing to play direct. It's long ball after long ball. Most of the time, these long balls are under hit. And it gives the ability for the back line, for the switchbacks, just to win that initial challenge and gain some real estate higher up the field. Paso Locomotive, you look at their team, the talent that they have, the technical ability to combine between lines, we haven't seen that. It needs to be a little bit frustrating for Brian Clarehout.
With Rivas, Moreno, Dillon, is that the best way to get the ball to them through those direct passages?
I don't think so. I mean, maybe if you're playing to Dillon, he's the biggest number 9. He's a back to goal number 9 that likes to bring players into this game. But you look at the two center backs for the switchbacks, Mahoney, Lacroix, Santos. They're going to win the 50-50 balls, the aerial duels, 9 times out of 10.
Tejada whips this ball in. A second go at this as he glides it over. Santos, who had the assist on the goal. Williams. Completely different looking Colorado Springs unit than we saw at the beginning of this season. They haven't won at home, though, this year yet. They win last week, coming on the road at Oakland Roots. Damas. Gotta touch that one down. He's found himself with a lot of green grass around him on some of those longer passes.
He's just so clever in his movement. Just watch how he plays between the two center backs. As one steps, he loops his run to keep himself onside.
Here's this ball lofted down the field, and it bounces out. Damas works it through the middle. Zandy finds Tejada. Tejada shoots this ball. As the initial attempt denied. Santos, back post, opportunity. Foster comes back out. Williams brings it down. And it's a foul on Tejada in the box.
Talked about the spacing and the positioning between Foster and Tejada. The two wide players for the Switchbacks are always going to be an outlet to change the point of attack, and then it's the 1v1 ability. Unable to get a clean shot on target. Once again, really good action from the home side.
Tejada comes out of that scrum. Zandy has Tejada once more. Damas shoots on the first touch. Wait gobbles this one up.
Really good interplay once again. But the key to everything is Zandy. He's the one that's playing between the line, and he's the one that's linking that midfield third to the front line, to getting Tejada, to getting Damas and Foster in more advantageous opportunities. If you're Akinyoti or Rose, one of you have the ability to drop back and clog those passing lanes into Zach Zandy. Once again, he just plays between the two, and now the Switchbacks have the ability to go out the other way.
Zandy fouled. Free kick coming. Shot. Tejada. Williams slices it to the opposite side of the field.
The other side of that, like you just see, there's no options to play between lines for the Locomotive. All three front players are running in behind. No one's wanting to come to feet. Really challenge and unbalance the Switchbacks. It's really difficult to get any sort of possession when players are 50 yards apart. That's why you start to see them play long balls, play direct.
It hasn't worked out for El Paso. Just 2 shots in this match so far. Separated by nearly 30 minutes between those two as well. 5 shots for Switchbacks. A goal from Damas in the 22nd minute. Dillon turns the corner here, shoots on the first ball. Rivas running in as well. And it goes wide. Those are moments for El Paso. They haven't gotten a lot of those, but expect better quality in those moments.
That's really clever. First and foremost, as this Switchback side is sleeping, you elect to go quick. But a player of Justin Dillon's quality, 1 goal, 2 assists on the season, you expect him to put it on target and really challenge Herrera there.
Dillon 1 shy of 40 career goals in the championship for his career. Herrera respots the ball. Had 10 clean sheets a year ago. He's given up 10 goals so far this year and has just the 1 shutout. Six minutes or so, plus any stoppage time remains in the first half. Foul whistle.
Just a little late here from Rose. The extension of the right leg gets him in trouble. Really crafty and clever turn from Rocha.
Wait. Another long pass. Leads Moreno down the left channel. Moreno finds space. Moreno waiting. Puts it in. Dillon was there. Moreno frustrated. But because he ran so long, it was difficult for those players to stay onside.
That's the timing. I do think he takes a little bit too long. He does well to skip by Mahoney. And when he does that, that's when he needs to play it right here. That extra touch kills the momentum. Joaquin Rivas, Justin Dillon, they're on their heels now. It's decision-making, it's timing, and it's execution that's been lacking for El Paso Locomotive. Once you beat your first individual marker, that first touch out of your body, the second one needs to be a pass into the feet of Joaquin Rivas.
8 of the 11 starters tonight for El Paso are in their first season with the club. Locomotive emphasized their off-season acquisitions. They were able to get some really, really talented players in here across the board. Perhaps some of that chemistry and cohesion, still a work in progress. Looking for a response in the final 5 minutes. Paso trails by a goal. Getting close to the first half finish line. Manolo Damas's goal in the 22nd minute. Off of a great pass from Santos. One of the Loudon United acquisitions from this group, showcasing his skill. Like staying down, and it's still down. Vio waits for the overlap. Here's this cross in over Rivas. It stays inside of the corner flag for a throw-in. Santos, long throw. Damas able to get there. Moreno, Dillon, right back to Moreno. Throws this ball in. That hit a hand. It did not. Dillon. As Williams take it away. Dollenmeyer came over last season from LAFC 2 and MLS Next Pro. Alfaro. Dillon had his sights right, but he was offside.
Once again, it's such a difficult ball, over 40 yards. So, hip height to Justin Dillon. It's asking so much of him to get a first clean touch with traffic on his backside. Some moments that you want to put your foot on it, really take the sting out of this game and get some possession and get some confidence within the side.
No empty seats in the park tonight. Great crowd here at Winder Field. State-of-the-art facility here in Colorado Springs. 2 minutes plus stoppage time remains. The Switchbacks have a second one in them. Damas. Foster. Excellent maneuver. Can't do it a second time. Moreno right along the right chalk. Feels like it would be a passing grade for the Switchbacks, certainly here in the first half. What do you see from El Paso that needs to change in half number 2?
What do you think? Rhythm. I mean rhythm in the sense that understanding the balance, when to play direct, but when to play between lines. that front line needs to have a better balance as the other two go. One comes to feet because everything has been long ball, not reaching its intended target. I do think the spacing in the middle third as well for Brian Clareheart needs to be a little bit better as you're playing with three center midfielders. Watch out here.
Very dangerous moment. Pressure.
Good turn.
Mounting. That turn, much needed. Rivas flicks it. Dillon brings it in. Dillon with choices here. Wants to go to the middle. Dillon tees it up. Why not take a chance at that moment? He scored from there before.
If you have the ability to break this initial pressure, then you can make those ongoing runs, because as Moreno pulls out the center back, that opens up the lane for Justin Dillon to come onto his preferred right foot. As he's leaning back, it's always going to go up and over the crossbar. They've shown glimpses of how good they can be when they get the ball to that front line, but hasn't had enough consistency in finding those two.
1 minute of stoppage time here in the opening half, brought to you by TikTok Shop. One more minute for the Switchbacks to try to add to a 1-0 edge. Foster. Launches this ball forward. Thomas brings it in. Many times tonight, his first touch let him down. Looks like 1-0 will be a score here at halftime. Rivas, though, picks it up. Rivas debates. And that pass out puts an end to that moment. It looked like something promising, and perhaps I had spoken too soon, but El Paso can't make the choice. And here's how we sit at halftime. Colorado Springs 1 and El Paso 0.
If you're James Chambers, you're the happier of the two managers, but I do think that next 10 minutes coming out of after the break, if you can get a second goal, you're going to put this game to bed. For El Paso Locomotive, find a rhythm, find a balance, because every time you play direct, everyone's making that same run. You have to have a little bit of understanding of how to play off of one another. It's going to be really interesting next 45 minutes.
45 minutes down here in this matchup. The 16th between Switchbacks and Locomotive. Shots have been at a premium. Calvillo had the opening chance, but it is a goal from Ronaldo Damas and a first half strike for the Switchbacks. A 1-0 lead here at halftime.
This month's winners are Kevin and Mitzi Howard. Kevin and Mitzi run a non-profit out of their home called Pueblo United.
Kevin's my go-to guy for everything.
Pueblo United offers everything from food and care packages to haircuts and furniture.
I'm able to do what I do now and see exactly what's needed to help the people that went through what I went through.
Kevin and Mitzi Howard, we are so proud to present to you the News 5 Jefferson Award. Congratulations.
Kevin and Mitzi, thank you for multiplying good.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
For over 30 years, KOAA News 5 has consistently been honored for their excellence in journalism.
We'll have an exclusive in-depth interview with Rizzo.
Always dedicated to providing you with the information you need. From
Continue
weather,
to bring some snow showers to the mountains.
the news that's happening now, and always standing up for our community. And for the 4th straight year, KOAA News 5 has been voted the Colorado Broadcasters Association's Station of the Year.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
It's halftime here as Colorado Springs leads 1-0 at the break. Halftime brought to you by Sunbelt Rentals. And tonight's honorary healthcare professional of the match is Melissa Ortiona, Christina Williamson, and Liz Dientz, RN program coordinators for the stroke program. Thank you all for everything you've done to help our community. The healthcare professional of the match is sponsored by Olson Plumbing and Heating. And with the Switchbacks leading it 1-0 here at halftime, eyes set on the U.S. Open Cup. Continuing next week with the round of 32, many fans will be focused on the USL versus MLS matchups. There's a great history of cup sets when USL teams have pulled off upsets against MLS clubs.
It's hard to believe that we're entering our 10th season. We set out on a mission to bring professional sports to Colorado Springs, but we quickly realized that it's about much more than that. It's about you. It's about us. It's about community. Many of you have been here since the beginning, some of you only recently. But for the last 10 seasons, we've been building something truly special. Through the highs and the lows, we know we can always count on you. And that's why
We do it for the Springs.
For the Springs. For the Springs.
For the Springs. For the Springs.
For the Springs.
Do it for the Springs.
We do it for the Springs.
For the Springs is a reminder of why we come to work every day, why we put our games on the field, why we shake hands, celebrate, hug, give high fives around the stadium. We're here for the community. We're here for the Springs. We're here to build relationships and tell stories.
Go get it, Doug.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Distance, oh, what an effort, and it's special.
Machoma fires!
Looks great.
When termites show up, so do we. Terminix it.
This month's winners are Kevin and Mitzi Howard. Kevin and Mitzi run a non-profit out of their home called Pueblo United.
Kevin's my go-to guy for everything.
Pueblo United offers everything from food and care packages to haircuts and furniture.
I'm able to do what I do now and see exactly what's needed to help the people that went through what I went through.
Kevin and Mitzi Howard, we are so proud to present to you the News 5 Jefferson Award. Congratulations.
Kevin and Mitzi, thank you for multiplying good.
Mertz again trying to play in Dikwa. Dikwa's in behind. Dikwa's open to scoring.
Chest it down. Oh, that is spectacular. It's a cup set for Union Omaha.
Kasim cutting inside. And there it is. Cup set magic in the air tonight. Saved by Viniello. Rodrigo Lopez. It's improbable. It's indomitable. It's another cup set. Well, the U.S. Open Cup returns on Tuesday. The round of 32 MLS teams now part of the party, as well as the top 8 teams from last year's USL Championship. Some really good matchups there on Tuesday. Anything catch your eye right off the bat?
I'm looking at the San Jose Earthquakes and the Oakland Roots, just what that means in terms of the proximity and the rivalry for that city there for Oakland Roots. Obviously, you part ways with Noah Delgado, but you bring in Dom Dwyer. I do think that's going to be very interesting. They're going to be motivated, and the San Jose Earthquakes, they've been struggling in MLS play.
And then on Wednesday, Colorado Switchbacks joins the party as they'll head to Belson Stadium in Queens to take on the MLS Next Pro side, NYCFC 2. El Paso lost in penalties to Union Omaha in the last round, and it's a jam-packed Wednesday night.
Yeah, there's a ton of fantastic games. My eyes go to those bottom 3, New Mexico, RSL, Seattle, Lou City, Las Vegas Lights, and LAFC. 2 teams at the bottom of this screen who had a very nice relationship with Dennis Sanchez, what he's done with that side, and LAFC, the powerhouse at MLS, and Lou City, one of, if not the best side in USL Championship, and they are going to Seattle, and Ryan Smeltzer inside. Top-class game.
That'll be an excellent matchup to wrap up the round of 32. 20 championship clubs still remaining as they play the round of 32. We just showed you the schedule. Plenty of great matchups. And we'll have all those games for you. USsoccer.com, USLChampionship.com, etc. Oakland parting ways with Noah Delgado. And here in halftime, it's Colorado Springs leading it by a 1-0 margin. When we come back, we'll have the first half highlights, a look at the stats in the second half kickoff with the Switchbacks up at halftime, 1-0.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
For over 30 years, KOAA News 5 has consistently been honored for their excellence in journalism.
We'll have an exclusive in-depth interview with Rizzo.
Always dedicated to providing you with the information you need. From weather,
to bring some snow showers to the mountains,
the news that's happening now, and always standing up for our community. And for the 4th straight year, KOAA News 5 has been voted the Colorado Broadcasters Association's Station of the Year.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
This month's winners are Kevin and Mitzi Howard. Kevin and Mitzi run a non-profit out of their home called Pueblo United.
Kevin's my go-to guy for everything.
Pueblo United offers everything from food and care packages to haircuts and furniture.
I'm able to do what I do now and see exactly what's needed to help the people that went through what I went through.
Kevin and Mitzi Howard, we are so proud to present to you the News 5 Jefferson Award. Congratulations.
Kevin and Mitzi, thank you for multiplying good.
Halftime at Winder Field. Colorado Springs Switchbacks lead it 1-0 at halftime here. Michael and Ricky back with you, guiding you through our first half highlights in this one. And Colorado Springs found the early punch. Highlights brought to you by Broadmoor Cryotherapy. 22nd minute, just when they had started to ease into this match, Santos picks out Damas and he does the rest.
Really good work from the right back Santos to pick up his head, but he continues his run, and then it's the quality to put in a really good ball in. But you have to give credit, so instinctual. It's the composed finish from Ronaldo Damas. Understand he has time and space to drop this thing, clean first touch, let it come down, put your laces through it, and it's 1-0 the Switchbacks.
And in the 30th minute, what a run this was from Malik Foster. He continues along his sprint here after the pass and was inches away from making it 2-0.
He's been so dynamic. He's been so explosive. The ability to beat his individual marker and just cause chaos. The ability to be direct as well. Clean finish, but just gets denied by that far post. We look at these halftime stats, 53% possession for the home side. But you look at how they're able to play between the lines. It was Zandy, he was causing problems. And then you have that front three of Tejada, Foster, and Damas making those direct movements and stretching out this back line for El Paso Locomotive. On the other side for the visitors, only one shot on target. Really difficult first half in terms of getting in a rhythm, in terms of really stabilizing any sort of possession for El Paso Locomotive. Will not be surprised if we see Brian Clarehout dip into his bench earlier rather than later.
Halftime stats brought to you by Broadmoor Cryotherapy. And on May 4th, the unofficial holiday of Star Wars, the giveaway and the light show here on the 5-year anniversary of the first ever meeting between these two clubs. El Paso winning that one 5 years ago today, 2-0, a brace by Jerome Kieswetter. That match took place here, although not at this particular facility. That was open a couple years after that initial meeting. Blown away by the atmosphere here tonight. This is as good as it gets in the United States in terms of atmosphere at any level. And such a brilliant, beautiful park. And the fans have had something to celebrate. El Paso has now failed to score in the first half in 7 of 9. They replaced Colorado Springs for a team that has least frequently scored in the first half. And what does the second half provide? The whistle blows, and here we go in half number 2 tonight. Now the second half has been a mixed bag. Colorado Springs has given up 3 goals after the 85th minute this season. They've also scored 3 times in the second half. For a team that entered tonight as the lowest goal-scoring team in the league, but 45 more minutes to go, perhaps, to try to walk out of here with 3 points for the second consecutive match. There's Foster. So good in these spaces. Hits it first time, loops it. Tejada unable to latch onto it. With Ricky Lopez-Espin, Michael Watchering, our entire crew. Thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. Great to have you on board. ESPN Plus, as well as locally KOAA. Thomas reads that ball. Dollenmeyer watches Waite pick it up. Fifth time these teams have met on this pitch. 3 draws, 1 win for El Paso in the first 4. Lions convert this ball forward. Some of those halftime statistics. Volume of shots for Colorado Springs. That hasn't been the problem this year. But the silver lining for this group here tonight, they've been able to put some shots on target and convert. They're the only team in the league with a single-digit conversion rate this year. Pass nearly intercepted. Dollenmeyer recovers. No changes at halftime for either side. Calvillo runs into trouble. Real comes over to take it away. Came from the MLS last season, appeared in 13 matches with Philly Union. Use this switch of fields to this right-hand side. Claire Haupt talked about the necessity of confidence within his group. So that the league certainly isn't won at the beginning of the year, typically won at the end of the season, but the necessity to get points at this point in the year maximized. And that era right there showcases the struggles that El Paso have had to date. Still without a win. 6 losses, 2 draws, just 2 points. Sitting at the bottom of the Western Conference table. Things haven't quite gotten away from them yet, but you certainly have to find points in a hurry. Meanwhile, for Switchbacks, if this result holds, they'd be just a few points away from the 6th spot on the table. And I wonder what the narrative will be like surrounding this match when you look forward in a couple months.
He's been a really interesting pickup. Real, like you said, Michael, had a good little spell with the Philadelphia Union, an outside back that can get it up and down the flank. He's going to be a big part of this 2024 campaign.
24-year-old from Pennsylvania, played in 52 matches in the MLS in the last several years. Helped the Union be the runner-up in the MLS in 2022. Foul. This match is wrapping up earlier tonight. Memphis takes down Tampa Bay. Scoring onslaught in that one, 4-1 for Memphis. Charleston on a highlight caliber bicycle kick from Nick Marcanic, who's out of this planet right now in his goal scoring. 1-0 over Hartford. Pittsburgh takes out Miami 1-0. Draws 0-0 between Loudoun and Detroit, North Carolina, Rhode Island, and Birmingham and FC Tulsa 2-all. And a corner kick coming as Tejada wins this one. This corner kick is brought to you by Pikes Peak National Bank. Bank well, be well, true loud. Rocha lofts it in. Speedy Williams gets ahead to it. Santos back across the field, and it bounces and wait. Pick it up and go out for a goal kick. Colorado Springs haven't won on this field since the regular season finale last year against the eventual USL champions. They beat Phoenix Rising 2-0. 2 losses and a draw through their first 3 at home this year. Real. That's a good long pass. Santos covers ground. Faro. Akinyoti. Been fairly quiet tonight. Gives it to his former Miami teammate, Rivas. Calvillo. Just 4 shots so far in this match for El Paso. 1 has been on target. And a team that is without a win in their last 14 when conceding first. But here's Moreno. Pushes this ball in. Is there a chance for a second ball? Tejada says no initially. He gets fouled. He goes down hard. Lyons saying that he won the ball. Tejada is down. And will this go in the books? Yes, indeed, to Lions. Yellow card distributed. 2 Miles Lions, the first El Paso player in the books. Brought to you by Diversus Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe.
As this ball gets whipped in, it's a secondary action. The studs are exposed from Lions. He catches Tejada, right leg. Clear as day on a yellow card. You always run the risk when you show the bottom of your boot. Well, it's going to be a big challenge in terms of his discipline and his positioning for the remainder of this second half.
Villa the last to touch it. He continues his argument, and he's going to go in the book. Much to the delight of the fans. And now a red card as well showcased to Brian Clairhout. He is nonplussed. He waved away security. Well, I think that's a little bit of frustration in this match and a lot of frustration with the season.
The argument from Clairhout is that the side referee pointed one way, and the center referee about 20 yards away overturned him. And a little bit of confusion is what frustrated that man. But I do agree with you, Michael. It has to be the way this season has gone. Especially this game as well. Not been the best showing for the visitors here.
That'd be a rallying moment for El Paso. A team that is in need of an injection of life. Damas in the middle of the field, hoping for this ball from Foster. Cannot get to it. He picks it up off the redirect from Dollenmeyer. What Colorado Springs has, and El Paso does not, is that relationship between Foster, Damas, and Tejada. So dangerous when they get to the attacking third. Just haven't seen the same from the triplets of El Paso.
I do think it's the understanding of the roles and their responsibilities, the ability to really distribute that between the three of them and the space that they pick up. Yes, you want to be connected, but you also want to be expansive so you can open up gaps for other players for secondary movements. You can't really say that same for Joaquin Rivas, Moreno, and Justin Dillon. Something that I've been saying the whole first half, they make the same type of runs. You need someone to play between the lines so you can beat teams between combination play. Also go and you add Zach Vandy underneath that three. Really important player. You speak to any coach around USL Championship, they speak worlds of his quality and how smart of a soccer player that he is.
Vandy in his 4th season with the club.
Once again, just no options. As Lucas Soffer likes to cut in, Justin Dillon's making the run down the channel, same as Joaquin Rivas.
Lions slings this ball over everybody. Did Santos get a piece? He did. Soffer heads over there. I'm going to throw this ball long. Soffer unleashes this ball into the box. Mahoney gets the first. Dillon brings it in. Here's a shot. First shot denied. Second shot is in, but the flag is up. Moreno is offside.
As we take a look at it here, it's Akinyoti, bottom of your screen. He arrives. Back end of it, it's Moreno, top of your screen, about a yard offside between him and Lacroix. It's when the ball leaves the foot. The shot from Bolo Akinyoti. Good work by our crew to slow it down and give you that clear picture. It's a right call from a referee.
Thomas hustles in. He picks it up. In a moment, all the fans here in Colorado Springs saw their hearts skip a beat. And that is a reminder for Colorado Springs. You feel like you've been the better side. You've been in control of the game for a good chunk of time. But just the one goal advantage right now, moments like that can give El Paso an equalizer.
Just how tight the USL Championship is. One mistake, margin of error is just so thin. It takes one action, 1 second for this game to be 1-1. I think the challenge for James Chambers and his boys were going to be how quick can we get that second goal. The result of doing that, now El Paso will have to chase the game a little bit more and start to open up. And then you can really hurt them with your transition game. Give credit to El Paso. This hasn't been their best game in terms of the football, but they're still in it.
El Paso galvanized. This run, Stauffer brings Mahoney outside of the box. Stauffer's pass finds Calvillo in the end. Lions just does keep it in play. Calvillo hooks it forward. Moreno. The middle is clogged, so he goes wide. Lions watches it out after Tejada got a piece. Akinyoti chips it back. Dollenmeyer. 1 hour in the books. Colorado Springs continues to lead 1-0. Adames' goal in the 22nd minute has held up. This ball fired in. Lions nods it back. Dylan curls. Or check that was Rivas curls, and it's wide.
Good decision from Lions to knock it down into Joaquin Rivas, who's facing towards the goal. The only problem, it's on his least preferred right foot, unable to get his hips around it and put it on target. I think it's the first time that we've seen the Locomotive have combination play, especially higher up the field.
Seen a sub yet. It does look like Jairo Enriquez standing by, the fourth official. It would be the first change for Colorado Springs. Zandy, Williams, back to Zandy. Lacroix. Herrera hands it away. Tejada in a foot race with Dollenmeyer. And it is Dollenmeyer that gets to it first. Use that 6'6" frame to get there. And now we get a substitution. It is Enriquez coming in. He replaces Zach Zandy here in the 63rd minute. HYBL Center sponsors this substitution. The William J. Heibel Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at heibelcenter.org. Anybody you think that El Paso could bring in right now to provide some of that goal-scoring punch?
I think you have to look at a player that can play between the lines. The players on the bench for the El Paso Locomotive side, Garay, who's a deep-lying midfield, Moshaban, who could play between the lines. I think it's either one of those two that will make an impact for this Locomotive side as you progress deeper into this game.
These two sides came in, two lowest goal-scoring teams in the league. Combined just one win for the year. Slow starts. And found some points of late. Final whistled and a free kick coming. It's taking quickly, or is it? Looks like we might be getting the change right now. Indeed, it will be Tumi Moshaban replacing Rivas.
Moshaban's going to pop onto that front line next to Justin Dillon. Now you drop Moreno a little bit deeper, more of a creative role, so look for him to play between the lines. Good tackle there by Stauffer. More importantly, it's just an outlet, much like this, to play off of when the ball gets turned over.
Foul whistle. Extra bit of conversation again. Frustration mounting with El Paso. "25 minutes plus stoppage time remains. The first half goal holding up to this point. Ronaldo Damas, his second of the season. Watches this one bounce and calmly takes his time to collect it. That's another key acquisition for El Paso and Moshaban. Such a star with San Diego, 25 career goals. And a double-digit goal-scoring season back in 2021. Foster stepped on the ball. That thwarts that. Yodi gets fouled. What does El Paso have in the tank? The team has given up 8 second-half goals this season. 3 of them have come after the 87th minute. 6 of their losses this year by just a goal. Liam Rose. Angles wide. Lions. Rose. Headed through. Bicycle opportunity. Hits the crossbar. Second chance coming here. Stauffer swings it in. A redirect. A whiff. Lacroix parries away. El Paso with its best moment so far. Moreno nearly had a bicycle.
All comes down to decision making as this ball circulates over. Just watch the knockdown from Dillon. And it's Moreno, the audacity to even try it, and he hits it so well and so clean, just gets denied by Herrera's best friend, the crossbar.
This Pepsi corner sent away. Pepsi, that's what I like. The Colorado Springs Switchbacks fans can like the fact that Herrera was the only man that touched that ball.
What an opportunity that was for Moreno. So instinctual from the number 10.
Here's Moshaban. So starting to find something in the attack. Colorado Springs have not had a shot in the second half. It's a good overlapping run through the middle. Moreno waits, and it's sent away. There was a wide open net with Herrera coming out, and now Foster on the counter. Dollenmeyer comes over. It's a throw in here for Switchbacks. They haven't had a shot attempt in 34 minutes.
This Locomotive side is at their best when they slow this game down and have a lot of off-the-ball runs. Good decision from Dylan as he draws out the goalkeeper and a plethora of Switchbacks players. But if you're Moreno, you have to be on your toes. You get caught on your heels ball watching. You don't expect this ball. What an opportunity. That goes to the wayside once again for El Paso Locomotive.
Some nervy moments here. Colorado Springs. And more space this time around for El Paso. And it was a foul against El Paso. And really a reckless moment there, and it's going to be a booking as well, given to Justin Dillon. And Luis Arroyo has seen enough.
Just watch the center of your screen as Roja tries to cut off this ball. Moshaban just clips him. Don't think there's any ill intent. Just an awkward coming together, and he takes out his legs. And Justin Dillon on the back end of it with descent.
Yellow card issued to Justin Dillon of El Paso. This caution sponsored by Diversis Health, mental health, and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. 20 minutes to go, plus stoppage time remains in this one. Colorado Springs leads 1-0. Renato Damas scoring Colorado Springs' second first-half goal of the year in the 22nd minute. Right in the middle of the box, pushing it to the right-hand side of the net. He had the last shot for Colorado Springs back in the 36th minute. Michael watching Ricky Lopez Espin and her crew, inviting you to finish this match off with us here tonight. As Colorado Springs win a second in a row after losing their first 5 to begin the year. Does El Paso, who is winless, the last remaining team seeking a win, find a way to come back in this one? Colorado Springs ready to make a change. Brought to you by the William J. Heibel Sports Medicine and Performance Center. Learn more at heibelcenter.com. And the changes are Yosuke Honyap, who came over from Colorado Springs. Jamali Wade is helping Malik Foster off the field. And Quincy Herman coming on as well, a rookie out of North Carolina. Young players coming onto the field. The other man that came off was Tejada, so he and Foster have made quite the impact here tonight. See their shifts come to a close.
As Jairo Enriquez is going to pop underneath Damas. Now Herman's going to play on this left-hand side, Hanya on the right-hand side, so it's still 4-2-3-1 formation side for this switchback side. On the other side of it, Michael, you just see what a presence between the lines can do. As Moshaban plays underneath Dillon, he really challenges the switchbacks now. Now they're a little bit unbalanced. They don't know which tracker to run. which at the track, and then you have the freedom to play between.
He's tangled up, no foul. Fans not pleased with that. Amon provides the pressure. Thomas chases. Dollenmeyer, Lions. Amon nods it out. Real is down. Entering stoppage brought to you by Common Spirit Health. And a change. Nick Hines replaces Miles Lyons. He's the 26-year-old. Third season with El Paso after spending time with Austin Bolt. Lyons is one of the three with a yellow card. Here's Damas. Wants to get past Dollenmeyer. Hits this ball in. Carried away, and Alfaro swings it out.
Really good positioning from Hines. As Thomas says, let's go for a run. He takes that long touch, and it's a 2v1 in the center of the box. Unable to pick out a dark jersey. Good first action from the sub, Nick Hines. He's going to play this left-hand side, so Lucas Stauffer pop to this near side as a right wing back.
This game feels like Colorado Springs could use a second, with El Paso teetering on an equalizer. Rocha leaves it off. Anya, Rocha bounces it off. Corner kick coming from the far sideline. Brought to you by McDivitt Law Firm. We're in your corner. Enriquez. Flies this ball in. It bounces down off of Damas. Nate frustrated, wanting to push his team forward. And the second ball goes out. Nate arguing with the official, and he's going to go in the books. Denali Wade beyond frustrated. Cooler heads prevail here tonight. Just as I say that Colorado Springs needing a second goal, El Paso needs to avoid one of these frustrating moments that could send a player off. Their manager has already been sent off. Claire Howe being sent off in the 54th minute. Enriquez. The last shot attempt for Colorado Springs came 40 minutes ago. They have not had one in the second half. Have gone quiet. Wait. Dollenmeyer. From the third-round pick, AFC. And a foul given here. Stauffer the one that takes the wrong end of this.
Good ball out from Alfaro. And better first touch. It's the left arm from Real that gets him in trouble. There is contact. Christopher definitely makes the most of it. He goes down and wins a very dangerous set piece for his side.
Stauffer. Instead, it will be Moshaban hitting it in. Alvio. Herrera slides forward and collects it in the end. Damas beats Dollenmeyer to it. There's a turn. Enriquez, Dollenmeyer comes in strong. He goes down, and this will be a booking on Enriquez. Yellow cards. Yellow cards brought to you by Diversus Health. Mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe.
It's a long touch from Enriquez that gets him in trouble. Give credit to Dollenmeyer. He steps up confidently and knows the contact is coming. Now you have two players on a yellow card for the Switchbacks, Enriquez and Damas. And two on the field as Lions makes way. It's Dylan and Jamali wait on the yellow card.
More minutes to go. Colorado Springs continuing to lead 1-0 here in this one. Now Damas's goal in the 22nd minute is the difference in the match between two teams in desperate need of 3 points. Offside flag up this time around. Hanya came back from an offside slot. Colorado Springs white-knuckling this lead here in the second half. No shot attempts. A goal has been waved off when Moreno was offside. He also had a bicycle kick that hit the crossbar. And then, after Herrera came out, moments after that, unfortunate bounce for El Paso, fortunate for Colorado Springs. Ensured that Moreno couldn't latch onto it to take the shot. Herman. Damas. It's taken out. And a foul given. Dollenmeyer guilty this time. Two changes coming here for El Paso. Brandon Craig joins Emiliano Rodriguez on the field. Dollenmeyer and Stauffer come off. Rodriguez, 20 years of age, from Mexico. Midfielder and Craig, a defender.
I think there's a little bit of a mistake. We got the wrong number. As Akinyoti's making way for Rodriguez, so Lucas Stauffer will stay in. And Brandon Craig playing at the center back position. He gives you quality on the ball. An attack-minded sub for El Paso Locomotive. Rodriguez is going to play higher up the field underneath Moshaban and Dylan to give a little bit of an overload feel for the remainder of this match.
It's been a physical night. It's been a night where both sides have aired their grievances. They've been booked for those moments. Paso's leader, Claire Hout, sent off in the 54th minute with a red card. Colorado Springs did not beat El Paso until the 12th meeting in the series. They've won 2 of the last 3. Onya sends this back. Damas, shifty. Bounces off of one defender, and Herman back. Finds some space. Herman finds it through the middle, but it's a poor giveaway ultimately. Colorado Springs, the lowest goal-scoring team in the league this year, just 4 entering the night. El Paso with 6, the second fewest. I wondered whether or not this would be a high-scoring affair or another tight tussle. And for El Paso, this is all too familiar. All 6 of their losses this season have come by just a goal. They haven't been able to get over the hump. Both teams have been leaky at the end of matches. Trying to avoid that tonight. Here is Stauffer. Throws this one in. Moshaban angles wide. And it goes out, and it's a corner kick coming up here from this near sideline. This corner kick brought to you by T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Moshaban wants this one. Fans letting him have it in that corner. Moshaban curls it in. Second opportunity coming. That's right back in. Dylan heads it across. Moreno! I don't know how he missed that one. Wide left.
And so many times it can be the second phase that can kill teams. Everyone in a black jersey gets caught ball watching. Good decision once again from Justin Dylan to head it back across where it came from into the path of that young man, Moreno. 5 yards out, you expect him to put it on target. Misjudges it, sends it wide, and once again, an opportunity that goes to the wayside for El Paso Locomotive to tie this thing up. As Herrera picks up a yellow card for time wasting.
Both keepers now have yellows. Yellow cards brought to you by Versus Health, mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. And it's turned into a seat squirmer here at the end. El Paso looking for an equalizer. Colorado Springs clinging to this 1-goal margin. This ball funneled in. Damas clips it. Unable to hold on to it though as Craig recovers. Paso have given up 3 goals this year after the 87th minute. Moshaban chases. Spins around, unable to hold on to it. Colorado Springs has given up 3 goals after the 85th minute this season, including 1 in stoppage time. We're in for a frenetic finish here. To the 88th minute we go with the Switchbacks leading by a goal. Stars of the night have been this crowd. Electric from the jump. Enriquez, he's in the box, throws this in. Another time slide tackle to get that one away. Otherwise, Damas had a chance for a second. Hanya comes in, he draws the penalty. It's going to be a booking as well. And it's going to be a chance to put this away for the Switchbacks.
Since coming on the field, Hanya has been terrific. Work rate, quality, and just a pure willingness. Good action from Enriquez, but as his ball pops out, just watch the effort, just way too casual from Cavillo. His pocket gets picked as he tries to recover this mistake. It's a handful of the jersey to clear pen as Damas steps up in minute 89 to double this lead.
Ronaldo Damas with a chance to put an exclamation mark on the night. Damas waits, puts it in. Ronaldo Damas has a brace. Switchbacks have a 2-goal lead with a minute plus to go. And back-to-back wins. Perhaps in the pocket for Colorado Springs.
Just watch the right arm of Cavillo. Handful of the jersey. He brings down Hanya. Celebration from the goalkeeper. As Ronaldo Damas steps up, watch his eyes. A little stutter step as Jamali Wait goes one way. He says, thank you very much. Goes the other way. Cool as you would like. Brace on the evening. And the Switchbacks 2-0 up in the 90th minute.
Damas scored 15 times last year for San Diego. He's now scored 3 times in the last 3 matches. He can be the man that can carry the Switchbacks team back to the forefront of the Western Conference standings. Perhaps eyes for a third. Enriquez bangs that off. 4 minutes of stoppage time now. Stoppage time brought to you by the TikTok Shop. Damas's goal, sponsored by Century Casinos, your hometown casino. Welcome to the winner's circle. And Mahoney now goes in the book. Versus Health, sponsoring that one. Mental health and well-being for all. Remember to take a moment to breathe. Steven Echeverria replacing Aiden Rocha. Years ago to the day where these two teams met for the first time. El Paso, most frequent opponent is Colorado Springs. This is the 16th meeting. El Paso, 7 wins, 6 draws in the first 15. But Colorado Springs eyeing a 3rd win in the last 4. El Paso setting this one up. Herrera watches it go to his left. It bounces high into the air. Herrera pokes it away as he takes a tumble. Colorado Springs, all they have to do now is just clear the area with 2 minutes or so remaining. Stevie Williams hits this forward, onside. This ball's thrown in. Damas had a chance for a hat trick.
Alfaro was late to come off his line. He was about 5 yards behind Brandon Craig, so that kept Ronaldo Damas, Enriquez onside. Damas almost gets his hat trick.
Headed into the wrong area. Moreno throws this one to the middle. It nearly latched on to Rodriguez. Colorado Springs back in possession. Here's Herman patrolling. Herman cuts it back through the middle. Enriquez leaves it to the wide right. Thrown in. Damas wants it. He was thinking about hitting that ball over his backside, and in doing so, committed the foul. Herrera sends this one away. A much-needed performance at home for a team that has not won at home this year. And El Paso continues to seek that elusive first win of the season, heading towards their 7th loss, albeit their first by multiple goals. What's your assessment of the night?
It just came down to taking chances. You looked at, on the Moreno, the opportunities that he had. If he puts one of them away, it's a completely different game. And this game was a story of 2 halves. First half, it was all the switchbacks. They were the one on the front foot. They were the one asking the question. And then when El Paso Locomotive brought in Tumi Moshaban, the game completely changed because he was that connective tissue between that midfield line underneath Dylan. But the inability to capitalize on the opportunities, go back the other way, and the switchbacks keep all 3 points at home.
Colorado Springs has won 2 in a row. After the slow start to the year, perhaps a fading memory now. Christian Herrera bags his 2nd clean sheet of the season. Ronaldo Damas bags a brace in a light show here at Winder Field. What a performance tonight by Switchbacks in front of an electric crowd. A full complement of points. Time to take a look at our critical moment of the match, brought to you by Common Spirit Health. And it started right at the outset. 22nd minute, Santos and Damas combining.
Fantastic goal. Ronaldo Damas, as a number 9, you make your money in around that 18-yard box. He peels off lines, the composure to take that first touch, and the quality of the finish. He was fantastic in this match.
Didn't take a long time to count those votes. The Groom Transportation man of the match is Ronaldo Damas. A brace tonight. Groom Transportation providing stress-free airport shuttle service between Denver and Colorado Springs. 2-0 is the final here this evening. Colorado Springs has won 2 in a row by 2-0 tallies. Full-time highlights and the stats as Ricky and I wrap things up here from Winder Field when we come back.
Injured in a crash? Get McDivitt and you get a firm dedicated to every single detail of your case.
We have the knowledge and resources to investigate the crash and your insurance company's small print.
Details matter. That's why we dive deep into every aspect of your case. This gives us the firepower we need to make the insurance company pay you the money you deserve.
We never ask you to pay a penny until we get you max money for your injuries.
Online at McDivittLaw.com.
McDivitt.
For over 30 years, KOAA News 5 has consistently been honored for their excellence in journalism.
We'll have an exclusive in-depth interview with Rizzo.
Always dedicated to providing you with the information you need. From weather,
to bring some snow showers to the mountains,
the news that's happening now, and always standing up for our community. And for the 4th straight year, KOAA News 5 has been voted the Colorado Broadcasters Association's Station of the Year.
The moment you call McDivitt, an action plan is put into place right away to get you the help you need.
Each case and each client is different, with different needs and solutions. Your attorney and team immediately investigates every aspect of your crash and injuries.
We track down all the paperwork and deal directly with the insurance company for you.
We keep you in the loop every step of the way, fighting to get you max money for your injuries.
And you never pay us a dime until we get money for you.
McDivitt.
For the second match in a row, 2-0 is the difference as Colorado Springs wins tonight by a 2-0 margin. Michael Watching, Ricky Lopez has been wrapping up the evening here as we take a look at our full-time highlights brought to you by Common Spirit. And it took 20 minutes to get into the flow of the game, but this was a beautiful team goal to start things off in the 22nd minute.
It's the off-the-ball movement. First, it's Foster. He pulls out 2 defenders. It opens up the gap for Santos to come around the corner, and then you just can't teach this as a number 9. How instinctual can you be and how clinical? One opportunity, one goal for Ronaldo Damas, and the Switchbacks go up 1-0.
It was a confidence-building moment for a team that entered with the fewest goals in the league this season. They weathered the storm, and then the substitute, Yosuke Panya, draws the penalty here as he comes up with an interception. Critical moment for him, and then Ronaldo Damas finished.
It's not X and O's, it's just game plan to get on the end of it, the willingness to beat Calvillo and just pick his pocket, and then the technical ability from Damas. Once again, eyes on Jamali Wade the whole time. He goes one way, I go the other. He gets his brace, and all 3 points stay in Colorado Springs.
Room Technology brings us our full-time stats. Another good performance for Colorado Springs. Something still needing for El Paso as they desire that first win of the year.
4 goals in the last 2 games for the Switchbacks, a clean sheet and back-to-back. That's going to do a world of good for their confidence. But El Paso Locomotive, the positive that you can take from this game is the second half was better. You start to bring Tumi Moshevan. He played between the lines, and then you start to see the world of difference. But now the next step in terms of the progression is when you have an opportunity, how clinical can you be at taking that opportunity? Because that game could have been completely different if you find the back of the net once.
For the first time in 8 tries, Colorado Springs beats El Paso at home, ending that run by the Locomotive. And Colorado Springs is now unbeaten in their last 17 when they lead at halftime, adding the late goal from Ronaldo Damas. A brace tonight for the 24-year-old Haitian. For my partner Ricky Lopez Espin and our entire crew, Colorado Springs wins it 2-0. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Thanks so much for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.